Good afternoon. It's Monday, May the 4th, and this is The Drill. Thank you very much. I'm Ron, your host, and the only true conservative in the United States today, because I don't take my cues from the left. I will not pretend to be neutral. I will not simply give you the facts and let you decide. I will not try to get in your psyche. I'm partisan, and I'm here to convince and persuade. I created this podcast to answer the questions most asked by conservatives, namely, what can I do? My podcast is short, approximately 5 to 10 minutes long, because shorter podcasts are easier to download and listen to, and shorter podcasts force me to get to the point. I've been listening to talk radio since 1989. I've grown up in a socialist household, and I've seen the destructive effects of socialism up close and personal. My podcast is made available through Spreaker and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. Today, what can I do? And the quote of the day. All that when I come back. Thank you. What can I do? Make the presumption for the status quo. Don't spread the disease. Resist subversion. Don't give in to the pressure to prove a negative. Mind your own business. Listen and read carefully. Criticize. Trust yourself. Be realistic. Learn to love the concept and abstraction, and don't be reactionary. Next up, the quote of the day. Thank you. The quote of the day comes from KFI AM 640. Quote, officers in Los Angeles County arrested the same man 3 times over a 12-hour period after he was repeatedly let go under the state's coronavirus-based zero bail policy, unquote. The second quote comes from Newt Gingrich. Quote, interesting contrast in history. In 1968-69, H3N2 pandemic occurred, even during the height of Woodstock. 100,000 killed. Nothing closed. Unquote. The third quote comes again from KFI AM 640. Quote, photos posted to social media Saturday showed a man at a San Diego area Vons wearing a makeshift Ku Klux Klan hood in an effort to test the county's requirement to wear facial coverings, unquote. The fourth quote comes from the Tim Conway Jr. show. It's a caption under the picture of Rod Serling. Quote, imagine, if you will, a world where Cinco de Mayo falls on Taco Tuesday only to be ruined by a virus named after a Mexican beer. Unquote. The fifth quote comes from Charlie Kirk. Quote, why do Democrats care more about people peacefully leaving their homes than rapists getting released from prison? Unquote. Back in a minute. Who is the true conservative? He's the person who has the courage of his convictions and is confident in what he knows. He's the person that understands that cultural conservatism is more important than political conservatism. He's not selfish, but minds his own business. He acts like an adult. He is patriotic and uses common sense. He expresses what he knows and does so with certainty. He makes judgments, refuses to speculate, speaks clearly and definitively, and is not afraid to say no. He's open-minded, asking why rather than why not. He is consistent, credible, and influential. Not ashamed of his existence, unafraid to learn or correct his mistakes. He is a normal American, and he is better than the socialist. He's a better friend, father, brother, family member, and a better person, period. You have to know that. If you don't know with every fiber of your being that being a true conservative is best, then you're wasting your time. And that brings me to the end of another episode of The Drill. Remember that the left has no authority, no power, and they can't win. Think about it.